world of sports media collided spectacularly with hip-hop culture when Cameron, the Harlem-born rapper and increasingly influential media personality, unleashed his unfiltered take on NFL legend Shannon Sharpe's legal troubles. Sharpe, the Hall of Fame tight end turned high-profile sports analyst, reportedly faces a staggering $50 million lawsuit from an OnlyFans model, a situation that has set social media ablaze and given Cameron plenty of ammunition for his signature brand of commentary. "Oh, you thought I wasn't going to talk about this?" Cameron said during the latest episode of his wildly popular It Is What It Is show with Ma Dollery. Shannon, my man out here getting sued for $50 million by an OnlyFans model? Come on now. We gotta unpack all this. The rapper's animated delivery and barely contained amusement immediately signaled to viewers they were in for a no-holds-barred analysis. The lawsuit, which allegedly claimed Sharpe engaged in inappropriate behavior and communication with the OnlyFans content creator, represents the latest chapter in what has been a transformative period for the former Denver Broncos star. Having departed Fox Sports undisputed after years of memorable debates with Skip Bayless, Sharpe has since reinvented himself through his Club Shay Shay podcast and his role on ESPN's First Take alongside Stephen A. Smith. Cameron, never one to miss an opportunity for cultural commentary, seemed especially entertained by the contrast between Sharpe's public persona and the allegations contained in the lawsuit. "This man sits on TV every morning in those tight suits, talking about professionalism and character in sports," Cameron remarked, visibly fighting back laughter. Then turns around and allegedly gets caught up with an OnlyFans model who's now trying to take him for more money than some NFL contracts. The irony is too much. The rapper's reaction quickly went viral, with clips spreading across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok within hours. Fans noted that Cameron's evolution from platinum-selling artist to sports and culture commentator has been one of the most unexpected and entertaining developments in media. His chemistry with former Bad Boy Records artist Ma Dollery has created a platform where sports, music, and celebrity culture intersect with unscripted authenticity. "You know what's wild?" Cameron continued, leaning back in his chair. "Shannon's been giving relationship advice to athletes on his podcast. He had that whole segment about professional athletes needing to be careful with who they associate with. Now look, this is like when your barber has a bad haircut or your financial advisor files for bankruptcy." The lawsuit details remain somewhat murky, with representatives for Sharpe neither confirming nor denying specific allegations. Sources close to the situation suggest the OnlyFans model claims Sharpe made certain promises or commitments that allegedly weren't fulfilled, though the exact nature of their relationship remains subject to intense speculation. Cameron didn't hesitate to offer his own theory. "Let me tell you something about this $50 million number. That's not a real number. That's a get attention number. That's a let's negotiate down to something serious number. Nobody's getting $50 million unless there's video evidence of something truly wild. Trust me, I know how this game works." The rapper's analysis, while delivered with his trademark humor, touched on the very real challenges public figures face in the digital age. The intersection of celebrity, social media, and platforms like OnlyFans has created new territory for potential legal and reputation issues. For someone like Sharpe, who has carefully crafted his post-NFL career as a serious sports analyst, such allegations, regardless of their merit, represent a significant challenge. Shannon built his whole second act on being the voice of reason, Cameron observed. He's the former player who can talk X's and O's, but also culture. ESPN ain't paying him to be involved in $50 million lawsuits with OnlyFans models. That's not part of the brand they're building over there. The timing of the lawsuit couldn't be more challenging for Sharpe, who has been enjoying a career renaissance. His Club Shay Shay podcast has become a cultural phenomenon, with episodes regularly generating headlines and millions of views. His candid conversations with athletes, entertainers, and cultural figures have positioned him as something more than just an ex-athlete with opinions. He's become a cultural curator and interviewer whose platform rivals mainstream media outlets. Cameron acknowledged this transformation while questioning how the lawsuit might impact Sharpe's carefully constructed empire. Shannon did something impressive. He left undisputed. When everybody thought he was finished, then turned around and leveled up, got his own successful podcast, got that ESPN bag, got people talking about him more than ever. Now this lawsuit threatens all that momentum. Madollery, Cameron's co-host and fellow hip-hop legend, offered a more measured take, suggesting the public should wait for more details before rushing to judgment. We don't know what's real yet. 50 million is a crazy number, but we don't know what evidence this woman has or doesn't have. Shannon deserves the chance to defend himself before we all decide what happened. This moment of restraint from Madollery prompted one of the show's most viral exchanges, with Cameron immediately firing back. "Look at you being all reasonable and shit. Where was this energy when we were talking about other people's scandals? Suddenly you want due process because it's Shannon." The playful back and forth highlighted the show's appeal, unscripted reactions that feel more like friends talking at a barbershop than the polished commentary of traditional sports networks. Cameron's willingness to address the Sharpe situation so directly stands in contrast to how many other sports media personalities have handled the news. Most mainstream outlets have approached the story cautiously, while figures like Stephen A. Smith and other ESPN colleagues have remained notably silent. This difference in approach underscores how platforms like It Is What It Is operate with different rules and expectations than traditional media. ESPN probably got Shannon in a room right now with 17 lawyers and media trainers telling him exactly what he can and cannot say. Cameron speculated. Meanwhile, I'm over here giving you the real reaction. That's the difference between corporate media and what we do here. The lawsuit facing Sharpe comes at a time when the boundaries between sports media, entertainment, and digital content creation continue to blur. Athletes and commentators now build personal brands that extend far beyond their primary platforms, creating complicated questions about image, responsibility, and the public's expectations. Sharpe himself has navigated this new landscape successfully, but the current controversy highlights the potential pitfalls. Shannon's in a tough spot, Cameron noted, momentarily adopting a more serious tone. If he ignores this completely, it looks suspicious. If he addresses it directly, he gives it more oxygen. If he settles quietly, people will assume guilt. There's no perfect play here, and that's coming from someone who's had to navigate my own share of public controversies.